You know, if we have the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime at home action figure was an action figure, well, it would probably be this one. But that said, I really like this Optimus Prime. Hello there, Transformers fans, and welcome back to another cool toy review. Today, we are taking a look at the new Transformers Studio Series Gamer Edition Optimus Prime. Not the one from War for Cybertron, not Studio Series 86, but J1 cartoon adjacent. Here we have the Transformers Devastation Optimus Prime. This video game was inspired by the Generation 1 cartoon and is kind of made to, well, fit in that universe if you choose to subscribe to believe that it does fit in that universe. However, there are just a couple of continuity errors, specifically the Combiner War style combiners that appear in that video game. But that aside, this Optimus Prime is very, very cool, especially for a deluxe class figure. And here he is in the packaging. He looks awesome. Like I said, you got his robot mode artwork and truck mode artwork there on the front. Once again, this figure is not numbered. Hasbro has done away with the numbering of Studio Series figures across the board, as it seems. On the sides, you have some more artwork of Optimus Prime. On the back, you have a screen grab of him from the video game, some shots of the truck mode, robot mode of the action figure itself, along with his axe, and he has a removable matrix. Anyway, that is pretty much it for the packaging. Here is the new Optimus out of the packaging, and as you can see, he looks pretty good actually. This is not bad for a deluxe Optimus Prime or even a budget G1 Optimus in lieu of the Studio Series 86. I mean, it is nowhere near as good as the 86 by any measure, but this is, in my opinion, a very good looking Optimus Prime. And I was definitely excited to add this one to the collection just because I really like the different, unique G1 takes on Optimus Prime, and I have pretty much all of them going all the way back to the two classics releases. The one that wasn't so G1 looking, especially in hindsight, and then the other one that, well, I mean, this one is definitely a major glow up by comparison. But different Optimus Primes over the years aside, once again, this one looks very cool, and he is very articulated. Head is on a swivel joint, can go side to side, fully articulated shoulders in and out. You do have butterfly joints, also due to his transformation. His smokestacks do peg in, bicep, single jointed elbow, wrist goes side to side, and that's pretty much it. And then as you can see, the weapon just pegs on over the hand. And rather than a clear plastic axe like we typically get for Optimus, we got a solid axe painted this bright orangish yellow. But I like the whoosh effect on it. Waist, hips, no upper thigh, swivel at the knee though, and then a single jointed knee joint. Ankles, toes go up and down, heel goes up and down, but that's also mostly due to transformation. He does, like I said, come with a removable matrix, and this one is pretty plain, to be honest with you. A lot of people have criticized the fact that it's just a solid white matrix with no paint whatsoever. And I gotta agree, it's kind of weird that, you know, this Optimus as a deluxe has very little cell shading paint on it, considering this is meant to be the gaming greats Devastation version of Optimus, which that art style was cell shade to the max. I mean, it was so cell shady, and I thought it was awesome. I myself love that art style. And since the rest of the Optimus, other than the windows, I mean, if you look, that's the only place where the cell shading paint effect is applied. It's kind of a bummer. I wish there was a little bit more. That's my only real critique of this figure is not so much the mold. The articulation's good. He looks like an Optimus Prime. I really like this mold. I just wish that the paint reflected the version of this Optimus Prime a little bit more than just the windows. And for comparison, here he is next to the 35th anniversary Optimus Prime, which was a cell shaded repaint of the Siege Optimus. And as you can see, this one has a very nice cell shaded paint job applied to it, inspired by the Generation 1 cartoon. I like to call this one myself Origins Optimus Prime, just because it fits in with that Origins Jazz, Wheeljack, and Bumblebee, in my opinion. And also for comparison, because why not? Here he is next to the Earthrise Optimus Prime, which for the longest time, in my opinion, was the best modern G1 take on Optimus Prime. And because I actually do have the Studio Series 86 at home, here he is next to the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime. And I actually think they complement each other very well if you're building out a really cool G1 Optimus Prime display. Here is the new Studio Series Optimus Prime next to the 35th anniversary Megatron that went alongside the 35th anniversary Optimus Prime. Also, a cell shaded repaint of the then Siege Megatron mold, just like Optimus was, but also, in my opinion, one of the best representations of a G1 take on Megatron currently, despite him not having a Walter mode, which supposedly, if we even get a Studio Series 86 Megatron, he won't either. But that said, while this does look really good next to this Optimus, or at least pairs better with this Optimus than the Combiner Wars figure would, one, because he's cell shaded like that animation style, and two, because he's not as tall as the Combiner Wars Megatron was. But hopefully we have a Megatron coming in the Studio Series Gamer Edition line in the near future to complement this Optimus even better, especially since we have a lot of those Decepticon troopers coming out in the near future, and in my opinion, Hasbro is doing those perfectly because, well, those molds have existed since about Earthrise, and, well, they're releasing them in the colors I hoped they would. And more color variants got added in the Transformers Minecraft game, so hopefully Hasbro has those variants in the pipeline too. Time for transformation, and he transforms pretty much like an Optimus Prime should, and I really like this transformation. I also want to note that for a Deluxe Prime, I love how they achieved the angled and almost seemingly curved ab section of the G1 Prime design, much like the Studio Series 86 Prime has, because it's really awesome and deserves praise in my opinion. Okay, transformation. Really simple. If you haven't already taken off the axe, take off the axe. Fold those fists in. Fold those elbows at a 90-degree. You know where those are going. Go ahead and come over here to the inside of the legs. Flip out these little sections right here. Make sure that those feet are clicked into place at those ankle joints, and then pinch together those toes and heels. Right after that, we're going to go ahead and just peg those legs together. Then untab these little side panels. They're going to tab in right there to the side of his thighs, securing those leg sections. And then you can flip out those side wheel bits, and there's the legs pretty much all done. Next, we're going to pull these ab sections apart, pull this grill section forward. I love how it just leans in once again to give you that angle to give you his ab section, and then come over here to the back, or rather front bumper section, flip those wheels down so you can get this all the way back, rotate that all the way to the front, and then you'll be able to fold those legs forward like so. These are going to tab in to these little sections right here with those little tabs that were on top of the thighs right there. Make sure you get those wheels flipped back forward and lined up properly. Before we can put these arms away, we got to flip up this little piece right here, flip that head around, and flip it down. And the reason you want to flip that head around is because his face will be hanging out the back, or showing out the back if you don't. And then just bring in those shoulders, tab them into place, bring that back out, bring those arms in, tuck the fists behind the grill, like so. There we go. And there is Optimus Prime in his truck mode, and it looks really good in truck mode as well. The weirdest part about the truck mode for me is the way the feet kind of claw off the back in that claw shape. You have the post right here for the trailer. It is compatible with the 86, and I believe it's compatible with the original 84 trailer as well. I mean, honestly, just start attaching Optimus Prime trailers that you have at home and see which one you like the best that goes with this Optimus Prime. He does have weapon storage. You take this little tab right here, you put it down like so, so that the little wind effect or whoosh effect is facing towards the back, because one of his attacks in the game featured him transforming into truck mode and doing this cool spin move where he would spin the rear of his cab and smack whatever Decepticon enemy was in his way, and then of course you would have, you know, a glowing whoosh effect around him as well, which was pretty cool. For comparison, since we started with the cel-shaded 35th anniversary Optimus Prime, we'll start with that one again, so you can see these two Optimus Primes side by side, and once again, way more cel shading on that version than on that version right there. However, I gotta say, it looks the best while he's in truck mode. That's partially because there's less to see, so there was less cel shading needed there. But I see this and I just see the end credit sequence with Roll for Home playing. And here he is next to the Earthrise Optimus Prime, so you can see them side by side in their truck modes. And of course, here he is next to the GOAT, the Studio Series 86 Optimus Prime in their truck modes. And because once again, Megatron was a tank in Transformers Devastation, and this one is just another just really good cel-shaded example. Here they are side by side. However, like in robot mode, even though this is a better comparison than the Combiner Wars Megatron to this Optimus Prime, still just a bit too big to this Optimus Prime, in my opinion. So hopefully, once again, we have a Devastation Megatron coming out to go alongside this particular Optimus that sizes just a little bit better. It's not the most sophisticated Optimus Prime figure out there, but for 25 bucks, it's a really cool one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below on the new Studio Series Gamer Edition Optimus Prime from Transformers Devastation. I would say my biggest critique of the figure is the lack of cel shading paint. One of the really cool things about Transformers Devastation was the over-exaggerated cel shaded art style that they went with, which I personally really enjoyed. I know not everybody enjoys the cel shading art style, but me, I'm very attached to it, and well, I wish they just did a little bit more than the windows. But stay tuned for more Transformer reviews and check out some of our other really cool toy reviews here on CoolToyReview.com. Make sure you like and subscribe, follow us on social media, and check the main website daily for cool toy reviews, news, and more. You can follow me at Triptychonus for more Transformers fan content, Roger content, and Star Wars fan content. We'll see you guys later. We'll see you another time. Transform and roll out.